Tired of fumbling your way through conversations about your hobbies in English? Want to connect with people from all over the world and build stronger relationships? If so, this episode of Listening Mastery is just for you. Imagine you're traveling to a new country and want to make friends. Or maybe you're in a job interview and they want to know more about you. How would you describe your hobbies in those situations? Talking about your hobbies isn't just a way to pass the time. It's a key to building strong and successful relationships. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the world of talking about your hobbies in English. We'll equip you with a toolbox of phrases and sentences that you can use in any situation, and we'll share some fun stories from our own experiences. You'll also discover how to make your self-descriptions more captivating and interesting. Are you ready to level up your English and express yourself with confidence? What's your favorite hobby, and how does it make you feel? Join us for this exciting episode and let's find out. We're thrilled to welcome Dr. Furis, a language learning expert, to share his top tips and insights on this topic. So stay tuned for valuable information that will help you improve your English speaking skills and make your conversations more engaging and rich. Dr. Furis, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Dr. Furis, why do you think talking about hobbies is so important when learning English?
Talking about hobbies is more than just filling up time. It's a fantastic way to build social connections, improve communication skills, and even find job opportunities. When we talk about our passions and hobbies, we reveal a genuine side of ourselves, which helps others understand us better. Additionally, discussing our hobbies helps us remember new words and phrases more effectively, thereby enhancing our overall English language skills.
That's absolutely right. So, what are some basic phrases listeners can use to describe their hobbies?
There are many phrases you can use, but some are more common and versatile. For example, in my free time, I like to. I'm really into. I'm passionate about. One of my hobbies is.
Those are great phrases. But how can we make our discussions about hobbies more interesting?
We can add more details to our sentences. For instance, instead of saying I like to read, we could say I love getting lost in a good mystery novel or I enjoy reading about different cultures.
That's fantastic. Let's talk about something else. Many people struggle with expressing their passion for their hobbies in English. What advice would you give them?
My advice is to focus on using precise and descriptive vocabulary. Instead of saying I like to watch TV, you could say I enjoy watching documentaries because they are educational and fascinating. Or, instead of I play sports, you could say I play soccer regularly as it is a great way to stay active and socialize with friends.
That's absolutely right. Using the right words makes our speech more vibrant and clear. Let's take cooking as an example. Instead of saying I like to cook, you could say, I love experimenting with different cuisines and creating delicious meals.
Exactly. The more specific we are, the clearer the picture of our hobby is in the listener's mind. We can also use verbs that express passion, like passionate about or fascinated by. To make your speech more lively and engaging, try adding details about why you love a particular activity instead of just mentioning the activity. Talk about why you enjoy it. For example, I enjoy painting because it allows me to express my creativity and relax. Playing tennis is one of my favorite activities because it helps me stay fit and I love the competition.
I think sharing personal experiences makes talking about hobbies much more enjoyable. What do you think?
Absolutely. Sharing stories and experiences makes conversations more lively and helps listeners understand you better. For example, you could say, last weekend, I went hiking in the mountains and it was amazing, or I've been playing the guitar for 5 years, and I'm currently learning a new song.
In addition to using precise vocabulary, another way to improve our ability to talk about hobbies is by interacting with others. What's your take on that?
I completely agree. Interacting with others about their hobbies is a great way to practice the language and improve communication skills. We can use open-ended questions like, what do you like to do in your free time, or are there any hobbies you're passionate about? These questions encourage others to share more details about their interests. But let's take it a step further. We can also ask more specific questions to delve deeper into their interests. For example, if someone mentions they love reading, we could ask, what genre do you prefer? Novels, short stories, poetry? Is there a particular author whose work you enjoy? What's the last book you read and enjoyed? And why? Or if someone says they love cooking, we could ask, what cuisine do you enjoy the most? Do you have any signature dishes you love to make? Have you ever participated in any cooking competitions? Open-ended questions are key to engaging in fruitful conversations. They encourage others to express themselves freely and share their experiences with us. Additionally, we can use positive body language during a conversation, such as nodding and smiling, to show that we're interested in what they're saying. This encourages them to keep talking and makes the conversation more enjoyable. And of course, don't forget that listening is a crucial skill in any conversation. Try to understand their perspective and enjoy learning more about their interests. Here are some more examples of open-ended questions. What's the most interesting thing you've learned recently? If you only had one day to live, what would you do? Where is a place you dream of visiting? What advice would you give your younger self? These questions help build deeper connections with others and make conversations more engaging.
Some people feel nervous when talking about their hobbies in English. What advice would you give them?
Don't worry, it's completely normal. You can start with simple topics and practice speaking to yourself or with friends. You can also join online chat groups to practice English and talk about your hobbies with other people. Take advantage of available resources like educational videos, podcasts, and books that focus on how to talk about hobbies. These resources can provide you with templates and new vocabulary to help you improve your skills.
This approach has proven effective in improving English. You'll be able to talk about your free time and hobbies confidently and effectively. Remember, talking about what you love can be an enjoyable and rewarding experience for both you and those around you. With time and practice, you'll become more fluent and able to express yourself in a way that makes your conversations more interesting and engaging. I'll provide 3 examples of people talking about their hobbies in free time, but first I want to thank our guest for his valuable information and advice.
Thank you very much.
We've reached the end of another engaging episode. Talking about hobbies is a wonderful way to practice your English and make new connections. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every time you share something about yourself, you're building your confidence and improving your language skills. So the next time you're feeling a little rusty, just think back to today's episode and give it a try. And remember, the more you practice, the better you'll become. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep exploring the world of English. And subscribe to our channel for more English language tips.
Example 1. In my free time, I love to immerse myself in reading novels. Reading is a passion of mine because it allows me to explore different worlds and perspectives without leaving my home. I particularly enjoy mystery novels, as they provide an exciting challenge to try and solve the puzzles before the characters do. For instance, I recently finished a book by Agatha Christie, and the twists and turns kept me hooked until the very end. Besides reading, I also find gardening to be a wonderful way to spend my weekends. Tending to my plants and flowers is incredibly satisfying. I grow a variety of herbs and vegetables, which I then use in my cooking. It's rewarding to see something I planted grow and flourish, and it also gives me a great sense of accomplishment. Gardening helps me unwind and connect with nature, and I often use this time to reflect and relax.
Example 2. One of my favorite activities to engage in during my free time is playing basketball. I've been playing since I was a kid, and it's become an integral part of my life. Every weekend, I meet up with my friends at the local park where we play pickup games. It's not just about the physical exercise, it's also about the camaraderie and catching up with friends. We have some great laughs and memorable moments on the court, which makes it all the more enjoyable. Another hobby I'm passionate about is cooking. I love experimenting with new recipes and trying out different cuisines. Recently, I've been focusing on Italian dishes, and I've enjoyed making homemade pasta and sauces from scratch. Cooking is not only a creative outlet for me but also a way to share delicious meals with my family. I find it incredibly satisfying to see their reactions to the dishes I prepare and to know that I've contributed to a special meal.
Example 3. Painting is one of my favorite pastimes, and it has been for many years. Whenever I have some free time, I head to my studio and work on various painting projects. I mainly focus on landscapes and abstract art. Painting helps me express my emotions and thoughts in a visual form, and it's a therapeutic activity that allows me to relax and escape from daily stress. I've even started experimenting with different techniques and materials, which has been both challenging and rewarding. Additionally, I love hiking and exploring new trails on the weekends. Being out in nature is incredibly rejuvenating for me. I enjoy the physical challenge of hiking as well as the opportunity to take in beautiful scenery. I often go with friends or family, and we use the hikes as a chance to bond and enjoy the great outdoors. It's a perfect way to stay active, enjoy nature, and create lasting memories.